How were you notified?
Via fire pager.
Your pager? Okay, and specifically where were you when you were notified?
I believe I was home.
What information did you receive over your pager?
The address and the nature of incident.
And what was the address?
27 Tilton Drive.
As a result of that notification, did you respond somewhere?
I responded to the scene.
Of 27 Tilton?
Yeah, to do
And just to be clear, was it in your capacity as the fire marshal?
Yes.
Okay. About what time did you arrive on scene?
I think it was 5:30.
All right, do you recall how you were dressed?
No.
And what type of vehicle were you driving?
Chevy Tahoe.
Okay. When I asked you about...
I'm sorry, sir. Suburban.
Okay. When I asked you about recalling how you were dressed, were you wearing fire gear or plain clothing?
Doing the investigation, I was wearing my turnout pants, my helmet, and a T-shirt.
Understood. Okay.
What did you say? Turnout pants?
Yes. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Firefighting gear.
Okay.
That we go into fight fires.
Okay.
I just had my pants on. I didn't have my coat on.
Okay, so it's the baggier type
Yeah.
pants. Okay, that has reflectors on it? Okay. I'm sorry, I just want to make sure that we all understood what that meant.
Sorry.
Or at least I did. You guys may already know. All right, go ahead.
When you arrived on scene, what, if any, fire departments were already there?
Oakhurst was there, Warner Massa was there, and I believe at some point Neptune Unexcelled Fire Department arrived. That's our rapid intervention team.
Were there any law enforcement officers on scene when you arrived?
Ocean Township.
Can you describe the structure of 27 Tilton Drive?
It's a two-story single family, attached garage with a basement.
Did you have occasion to make any further observations of 27 Tilton Drive as time went on while you were at the scene?
I started my exterior examination. Is that what you're...
Okay, so did you, at some point while you were on the scene, did you make observation of the outside of the house?
Yes.
How about the inside of the house?
Yes.
Okay, at some point, did you take photos?
I did.
Okay, and then later on, did you learn, or were you on scene when forensic officers arrived?
Yes.
And did you see them taking photos as well?
Yes.
Okay, were their photos a little bit later in time than yours?
Yes.
When it was lighter out? Yes? You have
Yes,
to
ma'am.
answer.
I'm sorry, yes.
Now, what is the command post?
Command post is the staging area where the person who's running the fire scene, and that's the area where all the mutual aid and all the firefighters go to get their assignments.
Where was the command post set up on this scene?
That was the driveway just south. If you're looking at the house, it was to the right, the neighbor's driveway.
Okay. Showing council, what's been marked as S12. I'm sorry, not S12, it's actually S1A, slide 12. Now I'm showing it to the witness. Sir, do you recognize this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what is that?
That is 27 Tilton, and that's the neighbor's driveway.
Judge, permission to publish?
Yes, Ken. How about we do this? If you're going to show more than one picture, just ask counsel if she has any issue with, I'm Mr. Murray, I assume it's Ms. Meslone, okay. But just ask, so you don't have to show it every single time. And I'll also say if there's no issue, just at the end, when you go through any pictures that you have, at that point in time, you can ask if they fairly and accurately depict. You don't have to ask it every single time. Considering if we're publishing them and the defense counsel does not have an objection, we don't need to do that every single time.
Thank you.
Okay.
Judge, yeah, just for the record, if the state wants to just show me, generally the photos, like photos of the house or photos this particular witness took, I have no objection to the state just publishing them.
Okay.
I've seen them, so.
Okay, great. Thank you. Did you hear that, Ms. Wallace?
Yes, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay. So do you recognize this photo?
Yes, ma'am.
What are we looking at here?
That is 27 Tilton Drive, and that's the neighbor's driveway. That's where the command post was.
That's where the command post was set up?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. When you initially arrived on scene, what was the first thing that you did?
I went to the command post and spoke with the fire chief, Michael Fiorentino.
Did you learn anything that would have assisted you or that did assist you in your investigation?
He let me know that the main body of fire was knocked down. The fire crews were still doing some overhaul, and they were trying to ventilate the building.
While you were at the command post speaking with the chief, who approached you?
Somebody approached me, and they wanted me to go over to the garage,
Okay,
show
and
me something.
do you know why?
At that particular moment, I something about a gas can.
Okay,
Yeah.
what did you do?
I continue with my examination.
Okay, and tell us about your preliminary investigation.
So I hit all four sides first, normally. In this situation, I did the same thing. I got out of the car. Before I went to command post, I looked at the front of the house, that's side one. Went to command post. He told me where the fire was, which was in the back of the southeast corner. So I walked up the driveway. As I did, I looked at the south side of the house, which is side two. Walked around the back of the house. Obviously, that's where the main body of fire was, southeast corner. As I examined that, at that point, I was approached again. If that's what you're,
Okay. Who were you approached by?
a police officer, Ocean Town's police officer. And it
Do you know
just
what the
reminded me. I'm sorry.
Do you know what the purpose of that was?
To remind me that they wanted me to go to the garage.
Okay, and what did you do at that point?
I finished what I was doing, and that being the last side of the house I had to go to anyway, that's where I was going. So I went to the south side of the house, which is the garage.
Okay, so you go to the garage area. Let me just ask you, backing up for a second, when you were over by the southeast corner of the house, did you see any damage over there?
Yeah, there was damage from the ground all the way to the attic.
Okay, and specifically, where was the damage located on the house?
Southeast corner exterior wall,
Okay, was it high, low, something else?
from the ground all the way up to the second story eave.
Do you know what rooms were right above where that damage was?
I believe it was the master bedroom.
The master bedroom?
Master bedroom, yes.
Now, you indicated you went over to the garage. What specifically did you observe over there?
The garage, there was a gas can on the ground. It was laying on its side with a burnt or a melted tip. The garage door was open. There was some damage. Looking at the garage, there was two garage doors. And the garage door to the left, which was closest to the backyard, had some damage at the base of it. And to the left of the door and up the side fascia, had some burn marks. And there was, they pointed me to there was two cars behind me, two white vehicles, and there was a black smudge on one of the hoods, the car closest to the pool,
Closest to where?
to the pool, the backyard.
Okay, so if you're facing the garage, how many bays are there?
There was two.
So closest to which garage bay?
Left.
Do you remember what kind of car it was?
I think it was a Porsche.
Okay, what color?
White. They were both white.
After you examined that particular area, what, if anything, did you do?
At that point, I asked if there was where the occupants were, so I can ask them some questions. That's a normal procedure.
When you say occupants, are you referring to the homeowners of
The people
27?
the people who were in the house, yeah.
Did you learn where they were at that point?
They pointed me down towards the end of the driveway.
Okay, and what did you do?
I was looking for one of the people who owned the house, and I found Mr. Caneiro.
Okay, were you looking for, like, any one of the homeowners in particular? Why did you want to speak with them?
Just so see what happened, see if they knew what was going on, how the fire started, and any ideas.
Did you have a conversation with Mr. Caneiro at that
I did.
point? How did that come about?
I asked, when I ran up to him, I asked him if I could ask him a couple questions. He had no problem with that. He was very informative. I asked him how the fire started. He didn't know. And the other questions rolled into, he explained to me that he went to bed around 6, I'm sorry. He went to bed around 6, upstairs in the spare bedroom. About 11 o'clock, he came down take some medicine. And he went back upstairs. At some point during that night, he came back downstairs to work on the computer, and then he went back upstairs.
Did you specifically ask him, was he referring to the night before?
I asked him I didn't write down that question, I don't remember, but it alluded to that. I asked him what were you doing when the fire came in?
And what did he say?
He said he woke up to the smoke alarms, and he ran to the master bedroom to get his wife, and then the other bedrooms to get the girls out. And they all went downstairs out the garage.
And did he make any other statements about what he did that morning?
At that point, he said after everyone got out, he went back through the front door to get his car.
When so just to be clear, he tells you he goes to bed the night before at 6 p.m.?
Yes,
And that he woke up at what time?
11.
To do what?
Take some medicine.
Okay. And then I think you indicated he said he woke up a second time?
Yes, ma'am.
Did he give you the time, was he able to give you the time that he woke up the second time? I think you said he went downstairs?
Yes.
Did he say to do what?
Work on the computer.
Okay, and then you indicated he said he went back upstairs?
Yes.
Was he able to give you a time that he went back upstairs?
No.
Okay, did you ask?
I probably did, yeah.
After you spoke with Mr. Caneiro, what did you do?
I continue with my interior investigation.
How did you make entry into the house?
Front door.
When you went in the house, what did you observe?
I start to the right, and I went into the living room. Main body of fire, the damage was in the back southeast corner, which was just inside from the back of the house. Towards the front, there wasn't a lot of fire damage, more smoke and heat. As I walked through the living room towards the back southeast corner, I was walking and made a left. Now I'm back towards the kitchen. Not a lot of fire damage in there, just smoking water. And then I continued left again, now facing the front door in that center hallway. And I was gonna go downstairs into the basement.
Into the basement. Did you go in the basement?
I did.
Okay, how did you describe how you got down there?
I used the interior stairs, which was right underneath the second story stairs. And I believe it was right across from the bathroom that was on the first floor.
As you went into the basement, what, if anything, did you notice?
There was a lot of smoke still, obviously. Not a lot of fire damage on that side. It was split into, the basement was split, finished and unfinished. And I came down into the finished section. Again, a lot of smoke, not too much fire damage on that side, a lot of smoke and water. And then I walked through the opening to go into the unfinished side. And that's where the heavy fire damage was, on the southeast corner of that area.
The southeast corner?
Yes.
All right, can you describe your observations of that corner?
That corner, it was stacked on shelves. I believe it was like bins or some kind of clothes and things like that. I didn't really dig too deep into it. It was shelving on that corner with a lot of damage. As I turned left, there was a workbench, and then on the right, I believe there was some electronic equipment on that side, or some other shelving on that side.
What, if any, windows did you notice?
There was a window well on the southeast corner along the back wall, over the shelving that was there. Yeah.
Do you recall if that window was intact, not intact, something else?
I don't.
Can you take us through the rest of your investigation of the basement, specifically where you went and what your observations were?
At that point, there was a door. The door that's divided the finished and unfinished side one was kind of hanging and one was actually on the ground. So I moved that door to see what was underneath it. And then from there, I repositioned the door where it was, where I thought it was, to determine fire patterns, to see whether there was fire pattern on the unfinished side versus more on the finished or unfinished side. All the fire damage was on the interior side, unfinished side.
Aside from that door, did you touch anything else in the basement?
I don't recall.
At the conclusion of your preliminary investigation, what did you do?
I went, at that point, when I put the door, I put the door back where I found it, and I determined that I was not gonna write this fire.
Why?
Mostly because of the damage, and there was also because of what I found at the garage, and obviously the amount of damage that was on the exterior southeast corner. I just felt at that point it was past my expertise.
Okay, and who are you going to refer it to?
Monmouth County Fire Marshal's Office.
And specifically, when you say that, is that to then follow up and do the cause and origin investigation?
Yes.
Once you exited the residence, what, if any, requests did you make?
I had the fire chief call the radio room via the radio and asked him to have the on-call fire marshal respond.
Did you speak with any other homeowners at that point?
At that point, I believe I spoke with Mrs. Caneiro, and that was on the neighbor's porch just south of the house. And I believe one of the daughters, my notes say Marissa.
And without telling us anything that they might have said, why did you want to speak with them?
See if they had any information to help me.
Did you get any information from them?
They didn't know how the fire started.
Did there come a time when you had a second conversation with Mr. Caneiro?
Right after that.
After what?
Right after I spoke with Mrs. Caneiro.
Okay, and approximately how long was that second conversation with Mr. Caneiro from the first conversation?
30 minutes, roughly.
Specifically, how did that conversation take place and how did it come about?
He was in his vehicle on this, parked in front of the house. And I walked up to the passenger door. His car was facing north, so I was right on the curb was the passenger door. I just leaned over and said, "You might ask some questions?" And he said, "Yes, no problem." So at that point I did.
Just to be clear, you say his car was parked in front of the house. Where specifically was the car?
I remember it was in front of the neighbor's house,
Okay, so if you're facing the house, which direction?
to the left,
If you're facing the house,
to the left, south.
south.
Yep.
South would be to the right.
I'm sorry, to the right, yeah. I went to Ocean Mountain Schools, yeah, so.
Okay.
There's a lot of teachers that are going to be mad at you right now. Just saying, just throwing it out there.
What kind of car was he in when you spoke to him?
I don't know.
Do you recall if anybody was in the car when you approached?
He was in the he was in the driver's seat, and there was people in the back seat.
Okay, who was in the back seat?
I believe the girls were in the back seat.
When you say the girls, who are you referring to?
The daughters?
That's who you believed it to be?
Yeah.
Was there anybody in the front passenger seat?
No, there was not.
Okay, how did the conversation come about?
I asked if I can ask a couple more questions.
Okay, and what was his response?
Sure.
Okay.
He didn't give me any problem at all.
How did you ask him those questions? Where were you when you were asking those
So
questions?
it was raining, and either he asked me or I asked to get in the car, so, we could, get out of the weather. And I asked him just a couple of questions. Again, at that point, I asked him, there were security cameras. I said, the cameras work, and he said, no, they weren't working. I said,
Hold on a
"Okay."
second, I want to ask you
Sorry,
a
okay.
couple more questions about that. So
sorry.
you get in the passenger seat of the car with Mr. Caneiro. What happens to the people in the back seat?
He asked them to get out.
Okay, did he say why?
No.
So he asked them to get out when you got in? Okay, tell us about your conversation now. Specifically, tell us what you asked him and then his responses.
So based on what I saw, this is part of my process. I was aware that there were some security cameras. I asked him were they working. He said no. Again, I asked him if he knew how the fire started. He said no. At that point, we started talking about the basement really quick. I just asked him if there was any outlets in the area, that southeast corner of the basement. And at that point, I was just kind of determined if there any heat sources. That's kind of what we do. He said nothing in that south corner. He believed that a little further up that back wall in the center was an outlet. I had asked him if there was anything plugged in. He felt maybe there was a printer plugged in. I asked him when the last time he was in the basement. If I recall, he said 4 o'clock the day before.
Did you ask him if he was aware of the gas can by the garage?
I did.
What was his response?
He said he was not aware of the gas can.
Did you ask him if he owned any gas cans?
I did.
What was his response?
I had 5 or 6.
Did he say where?
The shed.
Okay. Did you ask him anything else about the shed?
I asked him when the last time he was in the shed, and he couldn't remember.
Did you ask him any questions about anything else over by that area of the garage?
I asked him about the smudge on the car. And
What was his response?
He wasn't aware of that either.
Okay. And did you indicate which car you were talking about when you spoke to him?
I don't know if I broke the 2 cars down. If I did, it was, I would have said it was that car, but the car closest to the pool, but I'm not sure if I broke it down.
Did you ask him any other questions?
I was told that he burned his hands. So I asked, he burned his hands? He just said no. I hit him on the door when he was going through the front door.
One hand or 2 hands? Do you remember what he said?
I don't, he just said I didn't burn my hands. Yeah.
Do you recall his specific words?
About the burns?
About anything. Do you recall what specifically he told you when you asked him about his hands? Do you recall word for word, verbatim,
He
what he
just said I
said?
didn't burn my hands. I hit them on the front door or when I was leaving the house or walking in the house. I'm not sure. Something to
You're
that
not
effect.
sure? Okay,
Not
if I
sure.
showed you your report, would that refresh your
Yes,
recollection?
ma'am, it would.
And let me ask you, sir, did you write a report after this particular preliminary investigation?
Supplemental report, yes.
Okay, I'm showing counsel has been marked as S-86. Sir, I'm going to refer your attention to page 3. Actually, I should ask you, how many pages is this report?
Okay. What do you believe? 5?
5 pages? Okay. I'm going to refer your attention specifically to page 3 of your report.
Just confirming, that is your report, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, just making sure.
I'm going to ask you to start reading this paragraph right here
Sure.
to yourself, and then when your memory is refreshed.
Yes, ma'am.
What specifically did Mr. Caneiro say to you about his hand?
He said he hit his hand on the front door when he was walking through it.
I'm sorry?
When he was walking through it.
Okay, I can take that back from you. Did you speak to any neighbors while on scene?
Yes, I went across the street. I'm not sure of the address. I spoke with Mr. Harrington.
You went across the street?
Yes.
Okay. When did the Monmouth County Fire Marshal arrive on scene?
I don't know exactly what time, but probably within 30 minutes or so.
And what was his name?
Chris DeBarian.
Did you brief him on your observations of what had occurred thus far?
Yes.
And ultimately, did you turn the scene over to the county fire marshal?
Yes.
Did Oakhurst and yourself in particular remain on scene?
We stayed on scene as support, so I left about 12:30.
And, okay, did you have any more to do with this incident after you left the scene, aside from writing your report?
The only time I went back was to assist the police department with some generators. And that was just me and the fire chief, Chris Sorrentino.
Okay. Do you recall when that was?
I think we did it twice. It was the day after. I think we were there twice. And it was just to run an extension cord. We didn't go in the house or anything like that. We just ran cords. That's it.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Ross?